Southerner on the ticket. Of course, this time they have Lloyd Bentsen on the ticket. I want to show you quickly where the votes in and counted are at this moment. We have only a few of the precincts reporting nationwide, but as the evening goes along, this will become increasingly important. So with more than 3% of the precincts now in, Bush still leading Dukakis about 58 to 42%. Remember, the polls have closed, but we do not yet know which way they're going to go in the very important states for Dukakis, certainly, of Ohio and West Virginia. And then coming up in about 11 or 12 minutes, the polls are closing in a lot of other states, 16 states, including Texas, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Michigan, New Jersey. This could be the hour of decision. So if you're going to leave us at any time tonight, this isn't the time to do it. Standing by right now is Paul Brontis, Dukakis' campaign manager from Boston and in Boston. Thank you very much for being with us, Counselor. How are you feeling right now? You must be a little nervous about Ohio.
Well, I think that we're feeling very good. We think that we're very competitive in most of the major battleground states and the states that we need to win. And we've always said that this is going to be a very close race, right from the outset. I think we're going to have a long night tonight.
Of the 18 states in your 18-state strategy, big northeastern industrial states plus some out west, which ones are you most worried about?
Well, I don't want to get into the specific states, but I don't agree that we had an 18-state strategy. There are a number of other smaller states that we are in which we are competitive. We believe that we will remain competitive and can win some of those states. So we're not focused on just 18 states.
No, but you would agree that you didn't expect much of anything in the South. You didn't expect much of anything in the Rocky Mountain states, so you'd have to have either the 18 states that we've been talking about, or if you lost a big one, say Ohio, then you'd have to surprise in a place like Texas, wouldn't you?
Well, there are other states in the Rocky Mountain states where we believe we are competitive and will be competitive throughout the night. The polls haven't closed there, and the people in the Rocky Mountains and in the western part of this country are going to be voting up until 8 o'clock their time. And we believe that they're moving toward. The interesting thing that is happening is this, and I think it's confirmed by what all of you are saying tonight, is that is the people who are making their mind up today, the late deciders, are moving for Dukakis and Bentsen. They're getting into the voting booth and they're asking themselves the question, would George Bush or Mike Dukakis be on my side? And that is our message, and I think they're agreeing that Dukakis and Bentsen are on their side, and that's why we're seeing the movement tonight.
Paul Brontis, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
One of the things to note when he talked about late deciders, an unusual election that the polls indicated that Bush would win, but they also indicated that as many as 1/5 of the voters had said right up until election time they either hadn't made up their minds or they could change their minds. Now, we want to remind you that coming up shortly after we go to your local stations now for their state and local returns, coming up at the 8 o'clock mark in the East, 16 big states, Texas, Illinois, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Tennessee, Missouri, Maryland, all will be coming in. This race could get decided because our CBS News estimate is that Bush has carried the states in red, giving him 100 of the 270 electoral college votes needed to win. And the states in white are ones where the polls have closed and we don't have a decision yet. That includes Ohio and West Virginia, or they are states where the polls will be closing in about 7 minutes. Now, quickly now, Bob Schieffer, some of these Senate races are crackling like a hickory fire. Anything late on the one in Florida?
No, it's still very, very close, Dan, and that's one that we're going to be watching. I have an idea we're going to be watching this for a long time this evening. This is the one where we talked about where some Bush voters, according to our exit polls, are breaking away to vote for the Democrat. It's still too close to call in Florida.
Between McKay, the Democrat, and Mack, the Republican, although Bush has already won Florida in the presidential race. Bruce, if you had to put your finger on one state to watch, which one would it be in the presidential race right now?
Next hour, Illinois.
Thanks. And this is the way the national vote looks at this hour. As I say, Dan Rather at CBS News Election Headquarters in New York. We'll be back again with you shortly, so stick in here with us.
This is CBS.